Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You are watching Expoz, April 22, 2011, 11:33 p.m., Birmingham, Alabama. Today's topic, forecasting a prediction soon to come, and this mainly affects the Middle East. And I'll start with Tunisia once again, their fall, and the reason Tunisia fell. France had been occupying Tunisia for a very long time, and there was a prominent lawyer in that country that fought France for years and years and years to get them out so that they could have their own government. So finally France left. They did in 1956. And this lawyer, this opponent that fought them, became their elected president. Everything was going well. And the country actually made a slight downward turn after France left, but they coped. And but this new leader in time took a liking to a gentleman called Ben Ali, and he appointed Ben Ali the prime minister of that country, Tunisia. The people knew Ben Ali. They called Ben Ali Mafia. That was his nickname, Ben Ali Mafia. He walked over the country the way Saddam Hussein did in Iraq. In a coup, Ben Ali had doctors forced to remove the current president by signing documents declaring he was incompetent to run that country. Tunisia had two leaders since France left in 1956. That was the first president, and the second, which is Ben Ali. And he's been there ever since. Now, there was a boy named Mohammed Bouazizi. His father died at age 3. This little boy, he was 3 years old. He lost his father. Now, when he became 10, Muhammad, he was the breadwinner for the family. He worked from 6 a.m. past midnight, oftentimes to 3 a.m., would scurry home, get a 2 or 3 hours sleep, and go back to work. Well, he had a fruit and vegetable cart that he pushed around the streets, and any available corner he would find, he would get on it. And but Ben Ali's police force started cracking down on people like that. Although the boy was young, he over the years he did well enough that he put 2 of his sisters, or both of his sisters, through school, grade school, and then even some college. And keep in mind, this little boy is probably in the neighborhood of 23, 24, 25 years old by now, and never had a license to do what he was doing. So in order to have a permanent spot on the street rather than fight for it every day, he requested a permit, and no one would hear him. And this went on for a long time. Several months, several visits to the departments where he had to go, but anyway, on this particular day, which was December 17, 2010, he was caught by the police. Now, even though he had made dozens of attempts to get a license, apparently he didn't. And on this particular day, 4 police officers, 1 woman, and then the 3 under her, apparently they were in training, I don't know. but they confiscated his cart with his vegetables and his fruits. And he had a scale on that cart that he borrowed from a friend. And he said, "Please don't take my scales. They're not mine." And they took them, and he said, "Don't take them." And he reached over to try to get them, and the lady officer slapped him 2 times. He fell back and was completely stunned, and then she insulted his dead father by calling him a lowly street person, and then she delivered the blow that would echo around the world. She slapped him twice. He fell back again. He was stunned. People were used to the mistreatment from the police of Ali, but the little boy didn't have the bribe money to pay them on this particular day. So many people saw this. They saw him get slapped. It's a great insult for a Muslim to be struck by a woman. He did try to carry on. However, instead, he tried again to get the scales. They wouldn't give him, and they wouldn't even talk to him about a permit. And he made several more attempts, and he was denied every time. So he took some benzene, went out to the street, and doused himself and lit it, and he died. He burned up. And so what he did, the fire of his body ignited the embers that were already in place for the last 27 years of the Ben Ali rule. The citizens had enough. That started what you see today, the fall of the leaders who were presidents, prime ministers, and so on, who were not rightfully elected, but got where they are by coups. Now I want to say, should this fire not go out, I wonder how many countries will do the same. Will Castro be next? What about Chavez? Will he follow? What about Kim in North Korea? And dozens of other countries. As long as the citizens of that country stays in the dark, they will remain slaves to that leader. However, as in the Middle East, when people know they can come together and make changes, they will. But in many, if not most, they will not like what they get. Meaning Sharia law is coming with the new leaders, and they do not want Sharia law. They indeed will be slaves to Sharia law. In every case, when the dictator leaders talk about being democratic, and once in place, being democratic is the last thing on their mind. It is to lead with an iron fist, and then the people of that country are now enslaved. I do not believe we will see peace in the Middle East the way they want peace. There will be a false peace. There will be. It is coming. But I believe the end result will be the beginning of the time called the tribulation period that will last for 7 very long years. This is what I believe that we're going to see. Jody Wolf, Expoz.